Rudra is the cosmic mechanism for constant growth of awareness. As we know that cosmos is expanding and accelerating. So if the cosmos is expanding with acceleration, from where that power, that energy is coming? That energy is coming from constant expansion of consciousness. Consciousness has three major qualities. The creation, which is depicted by Brahma, love or oneness, that is depicted by Vishnu, and the awareness, that is depicted by Rudra, or what we call Mahesh. So let us understand what is the meaning of awareness with a very simple example. So there are some people, let's say somebody made a big mistake. Some people would realize after 5 years that they made a mistake. When things really went messy and their mistake really became very big and it trapped themselves in a major way, their life got destroyed, and after that 5-10 years they would realize, oh my God, I made a mistake. Some people would have the same realization after 1 year, and the earlier you have this realization, lesser the damage. You contain the damage by a quicker realization. Some people will realize in a month that they made a mistake. Some people will realize the next day they made a mistake, they slept over it, and next day they get up, they realize, oh my God, I made a mistake yesterday. And they can really contain the damage. Some people will realize, as they are making the mistake, they would realize that they are making the mistake. And there are some people who are aware, they know that they are going to make a mistake. They haven't yet made a mistake, but they are going to make a mistake. How do they realize that? That I am going to make a mistake. So if I am aware within me, if I am aware of the negative emotions, the jealousy, the anger, the greed, the guilt I have inside, if I am aware of that, I know I am going to make a mistake. And just in that awareness, there is a lot of chance that I will not make that mistake, or even if I make that mistake, the magnitude of that will be much lesser. So this is what the meaning of awareness is. This is what the Rudra consciousness is. That whatever is there inside us, whatever is going to erupt, that volcano, I am already aware. And I can do something about it. So this is where the Rudra consciousness comes into play. Whatever is inside you, you become aware, and all that is transformed into some creation. Now, Rudra, another way to understand Rudra is that it is the active awareness, or it is the brute power of truth, the brute power of awareness. Let me tell you that for Deva consciousness, the people of Deva nature, it is very, very important to understand that their basic empowerment comes from brute power of awareness. Asuras, on the other hand, they operate from the power of ego. And there is a lot of difference between how Asuras and Devas, they act in their life. Many times, a lot of people wonder, why does Shiva, who is nothing else but Rudra, why does Shiva also blesses the demons, the Asuras? It is because the Rudra knows that everything will become aware one day. Asuras are very demonic. They are very egoistic. But Rudra is aware, Shiva is aware that even these demons will become a divine being one day, and he creates a mechanism for them to become aware. So the Rudra consciousness works very differently for, for devas than for asuras. I am emphasizing this difference because quantology is a path of deva empowerment. So let us understand how the Rudra consciousness works for devas. For asuras, the strength is in their ego, but for devas, the strength is in their connection with the whole cosmos. And when devas need the power, that comes not from their ego, but from their cosmic connection, because they are connected everywhere. That is why if you see in the quantology synthesis processes, we discover the patterns, energies inside us which are highly concentrated. They are egoistic and patterns. But as we go through the synthesis process, the same inner energy transform into a holistic energy which is not concentrated anywhere, rather it is spread all over. Now this is what the transformation of ego into awareness is. From concentration it moves into omnipresence. That is what the whole transformation from asura to deva is. So for devas, what is a block? They are largely aware, but they still have patterns inside us. And it is because of those patterns, those concentrated energies, they are not able to connect with the whole cosmic being. So how does Rudra facilitate that? You will find something very strange. The more deva nature a person is, quicker he gets the fruit of his karma. He does something good happens. And he does even slightly bad thing, the karma will fire back on him. And a lot of people wonder that there are a lot of people in the world who are so asuric in nature and they keep doing bad things all the time and karma don't fire back at them. How is that? Isn't that strange? Yes, this is how the mechanism is. For the people of Devic nature, Shiva has designed this way, the Rudra has designed this way, that you make a slight mistake and you will immediately face the repercussion. Why has he designed that? So that you start to become aware even of the slightest patterns inside you. Your patterns are not very dangerous, but yet Rudra wants you to overcome your patterns so that you start to access your power, your cosmic connectivity. For asuras, his mechanism of enhancing awareness is totally different. Because asuras have a lot of ego power. So, Rudra knows that asuras will not become aware of their patterns unless their ego fully plays out. And ego is fully played out, but yet they did not receive the result what they were expecting. So, okay, let me just share a story here on Rudra. It's a very interesting story, and I know most of you would have heard that story of Bhasmasura. However, I'm going to give you three interpretations of that story. One is how the humans interpret that, and how the asuras interpret that, and how the devas interpret that. So the story goes like this. There was this big demon, very powerful demon, and he did all the tapasya for Shiva. He wanted to become the most powerful force in the cosmos, and he knows without the blessings of Shiva, he cannot be powerful. So he pleased Shiva, and then Shiva appears to him and says, okay, now ask what boon you are asking for. He says, I want the power that if I keep my hand on anyone, that person will burn down to ashes. Shiva grants him the boon. And because of this boon, this demon is called Bhasmasura. Bhasmasura means that demon can burn anyone with his power. So now the purpose of demon was to control, to become the number one power in the cosmos. And Shiva is the number one power. So what will he do? First he wants to burn Shiva himself. So he wants to put his hand over Shiva or Rudra so that Rudra will burn down to ashes and he becomes the supreme power. And now Shiva is in danger and he runs and the Bhasmasura is running after him and Shiva is running and this chase is going on. And then everybody in the existence is puzzled. What to do about this? This is ultimate crisis. Because if Bhasmasura becomes the ruling power of the cosmos, the whole cosmos will get destroyed. The moment Asura rules, he will destroy everything because only thing he wants is the control. He does not want anything to grow. He does not want to nurture anything. Only thing he wants is that everybody should be under his control and he is the supreme power. So cosmos do not want Asura to become the ruling power because that way then cosmos will get destroyed. So there is a huge danger. What to do now? So then the story goes that Vishnu takes the incarnation of a very beautiful girl called Mohini, and while Bhasmasura is running after Shiva, this Mohini appears and she asks Bhasmasura, where are you running? And why are you running? I am there so beautiful in front of you. What is the need to run? And the Bhasmasura is enchanted and they start to talk. And then the Mohini asks, how about if I teach you some dance? And Bhasmasura is already enchanted. He says yes. So the Mohini start to teach him dance. And during the dance step, Mohini keeps her hand over her own head, and because Bhasmasura is imitating her, Bhasmasura also keeps his hand over his own head, and because of the boon he burns himself, he is burned to the ashes, and that's how the crisis of the cosmos is averted. Now this is a beautiful story of Shiva. Now how do humans interpret it? They say that the Rudra or Shiva is Bholenath. He doesn't know what he's doing and he is always pleasing his devotees. Even if Asura is his devotee, he will please him. So he gives anything to anyone, whatever you ask. And he is so innocent, or I would say stupid, that he is giving a boon to the Bhasmasura, but he doesn't even know that the first thing Bhasmasura will do is to burn he himself. So this is how humans interpret that. But this interpretation is very, very shallow. Let me tell you how Asuras interpret that. Asuras say, okay, so Bhasmasura had gotten the power to become the supreme entity in the world and he could have ruled the cosmos. only if he was not enchanted by that girl called Mohini. So now what I will do next is, now Samasura is thinking, what I will do next is I will not get enchanted by any girl. So now I will do tapasya, I will become a celibate. I will control all my sexual urges, my attraction to feminine. And when I do that, and I ask for the boon, and now even a girl cannot enchant me. And this time I am going to win over Shiva. I will control the cosmos. So this is the state of asuras. Even when their whole mechanism collapses, like the whole mechanism of Hitler, in spite of all kind of cruelties, all kind of controls, Hitler collapsed. But some asura somewhere is thinking, what mistakes Hitler made, I will not make that mistake and I will control the world. But he doesn't know that whatever powers he may cultivate, the consciousness has bigger power than that. Now, how does a Deva interpret this Bhasmasura story? Well, Devas know that Deva and Asura both have important role to play in this cosmos. The energy to run the cosmos comes from Asuras. Asuras have immense initiative and energy, and without that, the cosmos cannot expand. However, they need to give the energy to the cosmos. But because of that energy, because of that power, if they control the cosmos, then also the cosmos will get destroyed. So this is the predicament. That a demon has to give the energy and yet not control the whole affairs. How is that possible? Demon will try only if he can control. So then what is the Leela Rudra plays? He makes demon believe that you will win someday. Like in the Bhasmasura story, he gave the Bhasmasura the boon so that his ego is fully playing out. And only when his ego plays out and yet it does not achieve the result he wanted, that's when the awareness will come to him of his own ego. There is no other way possible. So this is how, by granting him boon and the ultimate boon, and then also making him collapse, this is how Shiva is bringing awareness to a demon like Bhasmasura. At the same time, he, Shiva or Rudra, do not want that other demons get scared because of what happened to Bhasmasura. So he acts, he does his leela as if he was scared. It's like, you know how we play games with the kids. When, they attack us, they want to show their power. What do? We never use our full power. We just want to show to them that, okay, I am like equally fighting, and sometimes even we will go down and we will defeat ourselves. Because if we do not do that, then what will happen to the kid? He will start to believe that he is powerless, and he will start to become weak from within. So Shiva do not want that the demons should become weak, because if they become weak, if they stop making effort, the energy for expansion of the cosmos is not going to come. So he does his leela, he makes demons believe that in front of you I was so helpless, and only if you had one more quality, you would have become a supreme entity. So that way he is enticing them that, okay, develop one more quality. So this is how the qualities of cosmos are developed. And this is why the Shiva gives boon to the Asuras. And this is how he brings awareness into Asuras. Now, as I was saying that law of karma works very differently for devas and asuras. For devas, the moment they will make mistake, as soon as they make mistake, they will face the repercussion of that because their awareness is very high. That's how the Shiva brings awareness to them. But for asuras, it's a very long journey. For a long, long time, their ego will play out. Their ego will keep fulfilling what they wish. And when their ego reaches the peak, it collapses. And their reverse journey begins. Then whatever karma, the repercussion of karma, they did not get, all that start to happen. The karma of many lives together will start to come to them. And I am not saying based on something written in Veda or Shastra or somewhere. There is no hypothesis in that. I have experienced this myself because I have taken a lot of people into past life regression. And there are a lot of people who have come to me who were of Asura nature, and then at some point of time their Asura nature began to collapse. So once this lady had come to meet me, and she told me that she was Putna because she herself was a past life regression therapist. And she told me that after she tried to kill Krishna and then Krishna killed her, so that's when her ego collapsed. Awareness came, and for many lives in past 5,000 years, she has been through a lot of pain in all the lives. And she told me that except in 3 lives, she was always a virgin. She lived a very lonely life. And she went into all kind of crises. So this is what happens with asuras. For a long, long time to come, for many, many lives to come, they will not face the karma, the consequence. And then when the transformation begins, when Shiva collapses them, then their reverse journey will become, then all the karma will come to them. So Shiva has his own mechanism, Rudra has his own mechanism of building awareness to the devas and to the asuras. But the prime task of Rudra is to enhance the awareness.